Hello, we are students from the Industrial Statistics Engineering program at the Universidad Autónoma de Aguascalientes, and this is our final project for the no parametric statistics course. In this presentation, we'll explore real-world tipping behavior in restaurants, using statistical tools that don't require a strong assumption about the data. Let's begin.
The dataset we used was collected by a waiter over roughly 2.5 months in a restaurant located in a suburban US mall. Each row represents one dining group and includes variables such as the total amount of the bill, the tip given, gender of the person who paid, smoker status, the day, time of service, and party size. We also created a new variable, tip rate, which tells us the percentage of the total bill that was left as a tip.
My name is Delia Guadalupe González Bonrostro. Tipping is a controversial topic. Some people think it should be mandatory. Others say it should reflect service quality. Social media is full of debates about how much we should tip, how tip more, and what influences the behavior. This inspired used to explore the data and analyze tipping habits statistically. Our main objective was to identify what factor influenced the tip rate. To simplify the analysis, we classified each observation as either a high tip or low tip based on a 13% threshold. This threshold is widely used in the United States as a reference for acceptable tipping.
Hi, my name is Luis, and I'm going to talk about the ideas we started with. We had 5 main questions. First, we saw that when the group is bigger, people leave a smaller tip percentage. Second, we believe that the smokers and non-smokers may tip differently. Third, we wanted to see if there's a difference between men and women when they leave tips. Fourth, we check if the day or the time of the meal changes how people tip. And last, we saw that many people run their tips, like giving exactly $2, $3, or $5. Our methodology had 4 phases. First, we created the tip rate variable and recoded others into binary format. Then, we explored the data visually and statistically. For the statistical analysis, we used non-parametric tests, which are useful when the data doesn't follow a normal distribution. Lastly, we used logistic regressions to model the probability of getting a high tip.
Let's look at some basic descriptive statistics. On average, customers spent nearly $20 and tipped about $3, resulting in a 16% tip rate. Most groups were small, with 2 or 3 people per table. These basic figures already hint at possible patterns. It's important to note that our later analysis is meaningful mostly for group size 2, 3, and 4, since those had a reasonable number of observations. Other sizes, like groups of 1, 5, or 6, have very few cases and may not reflect reliable patterns.
Here we can see that female smokers had the highest average tip rate. Also, we found a clear trend. As the number of people in a group increased, the tip rate tended to decrease. That means people in bigger groups were likely contributing less percentage ways. Another thing we noticed is that men showed more variability in their tip rates compared to women. And smokers as a group were also more inconsistent, with both very high and very low tipping. We observed a clear habit of rounding tips. Many people give exact values like $2, $3, or $5. When we looked closer using a smaller bandwidth, we saw mini peaks at 50 cents, 150, and so on. These visualizations confirm that rounding is a common behavior when tipping. It's likely this behavior is influenced by whether the person is paying in cash or with a card. Cash makes it easier to run with coins or bills.
We identified two extreme cases. One customer tipped 71% and another tipped 42%. Interesting, both were smoker on a Sunday evening, and the bills were small. These outliers are rare but worth nothing.
Using chi-square and Wilcoxon tests, we evaluated the connection between our variables and tipping behavior. Gender, smoking status, and total bill amount were all significantly associated with tipping. Interestingly, while group size was also significant on its own, it wasn't selected by a stepwise procedure, a method that automatically builds the best model by comparing variable combinations using AIC. This suggests that its predictive power may be redundant when total bill is already in the model. Our final logistic regression model included gender, smoker status, and bill amount. According to the coefficients, being female increased the likelihood of a high tip, while being a smoker or having a large bill decreased it. The model reached good performance around 0.75 cutoff with accuracy and other metrics near 70%.
Our conclusions were clear. Tipping behavior is influenced by gender, group size, and smoker status. Larger groups tend to tip proportionally less. Women generally tip more. Rounding patterns are widespread. And despite assumptions, neither the day of the week nor time of the day had any effect.
Thanks for watching your presentation. We hope you enjoyed this analysis and found it insight grateful.